Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 21st. It's June. It's the year 2020. And you remember how I told you you needed to get on this and be on this for real? Well, this is from today. Germany's coronavirus R rate soars 1.79, triggering fears of a second wave, with more than 1,000 slaughterhouse staff catching it, which means they're going to go after the food. It's that time. It's just amazing how they're doing this so incredibly predictably. Don't be a victim. All I'm going to say. Do you see what I'm saying? All I'm going to say. This is today. At any rate, here we go. Ready? Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is the 18th, 19th. It's the 21st of June. And it just continues. The ridiculousness that is now America in the world, but America specifically, continues. It is absolutely unbelievable to me how many pathetic white people that I know have Black Lives Matter signs out front that don't even know a person of African American descent whatsoever at all. Myself, I grew up with them, brother. I know them. So check this out. Black Lives Matter, angry police officers, veterans, white people, everybody. We are being played exponentially. I mean, come on, man. It's almost July. We told you there was going to be a pandemic based on information that was leaked out by Bill Gates and MIT. One thing you just said about getting rid of one of the best ways to get rid of the money is because everybody touches it and there's a germ. We were talking about the Bill Gates funding MIT and Bill Gates backing him, of course, because Bill loves people. He's always trying to help people out, whether he's poking your children with a needle or spraying things in front of the sun so you don't get that pesky sunburn. Bill loves people. They have the invisible ink tattoo that can be read remotely so they can tell if you've gotten your vaccines. Why would they need that unless there was a pandemic? That's the next step. And that ties right into what you just said. That'll do just like they always do. It'll be multifaceted. Force everyone, or actually make everybody want a vaccine because nobody wants to get sick. And then can tell if you've gotten your vaccines. Why would they need that unless there was a pandemic? That's the next step. And that ties right into what you just said. That'll do just like they always do. It'll be multifaceted. Force everyone, or actually make everybody want a vaccine because nobody wants to get sick, and then get rid of the money. And of course there'll be incentives. And here's a pandemic. When the pandemic popped up, we told you it wasn't going to amount to anything except absolutely unbelievable draconian rules, laws, and more power and wealth for the rich people. That's exactly what's happened. We told you they were going to try to institute a digital dollar and a mandatory vaccine. Both of those things are in the works. They're a constant headline in financial and daily papers. We told you there was going to be a second wave, and here it is. But check this out. A few other channels have finally caught up to this. For years, myself, Nicholson, ODD, a bunch of channels, those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head, warned you about Bill Gates and what he was doing with genetically modified mosquitoes, what he was doing with raising newborn children in a bag or in a sheep's womb. Well, other channels are catching up to this. Check this out. I told you they were releasing genetically modified mosquitoes in Florida, and they have. Now watch this. The cases of people getting really sick from whatever will explode exponentially. Mark my words. Stand by. Okay, I'm back. Now, this is kind of irrelevant, but it isn't entirely, okay? A lot of people are under the impression that Bill Gates is just the scapegoat, the whipping boy. He's not the top dog, etc. Well, I beg to differ, okay? Bill Gates ain't just some Johnny-come-lately that just popped up. Bill Gates is the son of Bill Gates Sr. Do you see what I'm saying? His mother's name escapes me right now because I'm driving and I don't do scripts when I make videos, ever. Bill Gates is just as much Illuminati royalty as George W. Bush. Even though the guy's a total moron, he was still integral in getting us where we are right now. Bill Gates was the richest guy on earth. Bill Gates is behind everything. Bill Gates' father is almost directly responsible for Planned Parenthood, which kills an average of 15 to 20 million infants a year in the United States. Do you know how much juice being responsible for all those child sacrifices would give you? So for people telling you Bill Gates, he's nothing to see here, Bill Gates is no joke, okay? I find it amazing to believe that Bill Gates is only in his mid-60s when the guy looks like he's 90 years old, and half lizard, half Kermit the Frog. But I'll tell you what, Bill Gates is not only behind killing hundreds of thousands of African people. Bill Gates don't like black folks for whatever reason. Ask all the people that actually had the balls to run Bill Gates' people out of the country. You see what I'm saying? They were vaccinating third world people, killing them, and those people figured it out quick, unlike Americans who can't figure out anything apparently. Bill Gates is behind blocking out the sun. Bill Gates is behind making completely lab-grown meat for people to eat. And do you recall when I told you that they were going to be attacking the food? Well, right on cue, they started doing it. Okay? So that's coming. And be ready. Bill Gates he's behind absolutely everything. That's what happens when you have $100 billion and apparently a license to do whatever you want. Blocking the sun. Making make-believe breast milk. We talked about this before. It's old news, but it came back around again. Releasing genetically modified mosquitoes. How many times have we spoken on that? Genetically modified and then probably straight up robotic. We all saw the DARPA mosquito years ago. It's a perfect delivery device. A robotic drone mosquito. The drones that I have are ridiculous. Imagine if I can buy them what the military and what DARPA and what Bill Gates and all their pals have. Every single 2 weeks, allegedly, Elon Musk is shooting up more and more and more of these SpaceX things. And then Bill Gates, don't forget, wants to surround the entire Earth with cameras that can see everything. So there'll be a cell phone floating in the sky all around you at all times. So there's barely any air traffic. I live near Logan Airport, I can see it. And yet they completely obliterated the sky today. Perfectly nice, hot summer day, white, hot sun, and they just blew up horizon to horizon. Nobody cares, nobody's paying attention. You people need to understand, to my fellow Americans, to my black, brown, yellow, red, white Americans, we are being played. They scared everybody. They completely shut down America. They got rid of anybody they didn't deem essential. They've got you standing in lines. They've got you asking. They've got you worrying. And then the next step was a perfect military step, white and black, divided. And then the powers that be take the side of Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter wouldn't exist if the powers that be didn't exist. They're the ones that created the ghettos. They're the ones that own the alphabet agencies that have flooded our country with heroin and cocaine over the years. And then they're also the same ones that own the pharmaceutical companies that have filled everything with pharmakia. Do you see what I'm saying? Also, Shazam. I forgot what I was going to say. Be wary of who you're listening to, because I hear a lot of really well-spoken people that, that are clearly reading scripts, etc. I look back a year or two in their videos and see where they were at, and I find it strange that I give no credence to anybody that claims to be a truther that has not come to the realization that this is a spiritual war. You don't believe this is a spiritual war? Look at this. When the COVID-19 thing started up, this was filmed by numerous people at the Luxor Hotel while Vegas was entirely shut down. Well, then somebody videotaped a very similar thing in the sky the other night. And originally, I didn't really believe it too much, but when you see these things contacting each other with electrical energy, I understand that these are principalities, powers and principalities. If people aren't explaining to you that this is straight up a war, a battle for your soul, the goal here is to make you think there is no soul. This is a simulation. No big deal. Nothing to see here. We're living in a computer program. Nope. We were warned there would be a great delusion. Everybody I bump into all day is under it. You can't miss it. You can't deny it. The Heavenly Father, God in heaven above, that uses earth as his footstool, came to earth in the mortal form to experience life as one of his own creations and died brutally as one of his own creations, simply to prove to people, to give them faith that he loves you, he created you, and he died the worst way for you. And these people are trying to trick you, and that's all they've ever been doing. There is no COVID-19. It's a complete and utter lie. It's never even satisfied the first round of Koch's postulate. It ain't real. It ain't real. That is what medical people do to prove a virus, even though they call it a disease. A virus causes a sickness, an illness. It's all bullshit. It's all a complete and total lie. Take your mask off. Act right. Stand up and do everything you possibly can to warn people, because this is going to escalate. I base that on everything that I'm seeing right now. This is not going to end well, people. This is not going to end well. I'm watching people just walking around doing exactly as they're told. Well, guess what? I'm not the only one watching them do exactly as they're told. What's the next thing they're going to be told to do? Well, the next thing, and the next thing. They just broke America in half. To me, America right now is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's a few of us scattered about. The people that run everything, the people that are pulling this bullshit lie on you are the same people that pulled every bullshit lie on you. And the reason you don't believe they pulled a bullshit lie on you is because they own the media where they're telling you they're not lying to you. Wake up! It's almost over. I certainly wouldn't want to be here and be one of those people that were begging for death, and yet death fled from them. That's what a biometric vaccine is going to do to you. It's going to turn you into an immortal being that can never die. We have things right now on earth, disembodied spirits. We call them demons. They wander the earth. They have no souls. You have a soul for now. Claim it. Yahushua HaMashiach died for you brutally. All you got to do is believe that and understand it. And there is so much evidence on this earth that the Bible is completely real. It's staggering. Look it up or don't. I'm out.